PFL World Tournament 9 2025 finals. These are the full card predictions and the betting breakdown. I'm looking forward to my brother breaking down the entire PFL card. So make sure you guys smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on and make sure you share the video too. If you didn't know, my younger brother breaks down all of the PFL World Tournament events on this card. So let me bring the guy in himself. He needs no introduction. Here's Alex with the PFL predictions.
What is going on, everybody? We are back with the PFL World Tournament predictions. In this one, we got the finals between the bantamweights, the women's flyweights, and the lightweights. I'm excited to break this whole card down and give you guys my picks. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into the first fight of the night. So first fight of the night, we got Damion Nelson taking on Isaiah Diggs. And in this fight, I'm going Damion Nelson to get it done. I think Damion Nelson, he's got good counterpunching. He's going to be staying on the outside of Diggs. And he's going to be using his range and height advantage over Isaiah Diggs. Isaiah Diggs, he likes coming forward, keeping the forward pressure on his opponents, keeping them on the back foot. He does throw a lot of combination. He tries to mix it up on the feet a lot. He's got decent wrestling, but in this fight with Damion Nelson, I think he's going to run into a lot of problems. I think Damion Nelson, his counterpunch is going to be too much for Isaiah Diggs, and I see him fucking beating him up. I think he's probably going to win a decision over Isaiah Diggs. The odds on this fight, Damion Nelson is sitting at the plus 190, and Isaiah Diggs is the minus 225 favorite. Damion Nelson, I would say he's a very patient fighter. He likes winning. He likes going the distance, I would say. He Maybe he'll come on stronger in the later rounds, but he's got very good conditioning, and I think he's going to win this fight by decision. I think he's going to be tagging up Isaiah Diggs on the feet, slipping a lot of the shots that Diggs is going to be throwing, and I think Diggs is going to be very thrown off. He's going to be thrown off when he goes in. Damion Nelson staying on the outside, using the counterpunching effectively. I think that's going to throw him off, and I think Damion Nelson's going to get this fight done by a decision. Damion Nelson, we saw him in PFL about 2 years ago. He got that loss to Nathan Kelly, where I would still say he gave him a decent fight. If he was a little more active in that fight, he could have squeezed out a decision. It's not like Nathan Kelly dominated him. But since then, he's kind of been finding a flow. He's been picking up some decent wins where he's been looking pretty solid. And I like his style to win this fight over Diggs. I think he uses his range effectively, stays on the outside, and wins this fight by counterpunching and touching up Isaiah Diggs on the feet. I think it goes to a decision. So I'm going Damion Nelson to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Kenley St. Louis taking on Chris Mixan. I'm going Kenley St. Louis in this fight. I can't really go Chris Mixan. I haven't seen enough of him yet. Chris Mixan, decent striker, and I would say that's mainly his thing. He likes keeping it on the feet, using his strikes. But in this fight with St. Louis, I can't see him beating Lewis. I think Lewis is going to be stronger. I think he's going to be have more strength in the clinch. He'll probably be able to get the fight to the ground as well. We can maybe see him tap out Chris Mixan potentially, but I think Kenley St. Louis is going to be a little too much for Mixan on the feet, and even on the ground, it's going to be too much. I think Kenley St. Louis will probably see him take down Chris Mixan, grind him out to a decision win, but maybe he could squeeze out a finish. In his last fight with Burkhamov, we saw him get that late rear naked choke where I wouldn't say he was looking amazing in that fight, but I'm pretty sure he did take that fight on short notice. He ended up getting the win over Burkhamov, who is a very, I would say, very decently high-level fighter. Not the best, but much better than Chris Mixan, and I think Kenley St. Louis gets it done. The odds on this fight, we got St. Louis in at a minus 325 favorite, and Mixan is the plus 275 underdog. I just can't really see Chris Mixan win. We saw him fighting in PFL years ago. He fought on the Challenger Series. He did 2 fights, and I'm not super impressed. He's got all right striking. He is still young. He could be finding his flow more. Does he maybe get the underdog win over Kenley St. Louis? I don't think so. I think he's going to get walked on. I think he's going to get run over. I think St. Louis is going to beat him up. Next fight of the night, we got Renat Khavalov taking on Wilson Ndregjoni. And Khavalov, decent striker, mixes it up well on the feet, mixed in with his Grappling, I think he's going to be too much for Ndregjoni in this fight. I think Renat Khavalov is going to be landing big shots on the feet. I think he's even going to be able to mix in the wrestling too. But I will say, Wilson Ndregjoni, he's not terrible. And when we look at the odds, I think they're a little too wide, because the odds on this fight, we got Khavalov sitting at a minus 950, and Ndregjoni is the plus 650. So very wide in this fight. But Wilson Ndregjoni, we haven't seen him verse anybody too great. But his style, he's got decent striking. He's pretty explosive on the feet. He's got decent wrestling as well. But I don't think he's going to win the fight against Khavalov. But Khavalov is definitely in a fight. This is not no walkover easy opponent. I think Ndregjoni's still game. I think he's still got solid abilities. And I think Khavalov is not going to have a super easy fight. I think this could go to a decision, and I'm going Khavalov to win, but I think he's going to get the win by a decision. I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park, quick finish for Khavalov. But Khavalov should be able to get it done. He's going to be using the striking mixed in with the grappling. I think he will win this fight over Ndregjoni. Ndregjoni, I haven't seen enough of him. He hasn't fought anybody too great. And I do see him losing this fight against Khavalov. But to his credit, he's tough, strong, decent striker. He's got pop on his shots. His wrestling's not terrible. But he should lose this fight against Khavalov. Khavalov, he's going to get it done, I would say, by decision. Next fight of the night, we got Sabrina de Sousa taking on Saray Orozco. And Sabrina de Sousa is 3-0 as a professional, but she had a pretty strenuous amateur record. She went 15-0 as an amateur. So she does have a lot of experience, and she's taking on Saray Orozco, who up to date is going to be her toughest opponent yet. This is not going to be a super easy fight for de Sousa, but she's going to be able to get it done. Sousa's going to be a little too quick on the feet, busting her up. And I think Sousa's going to win the fight probably dominantly. But realistically, Saray Orozco is a tough Mexican girl. She'll probably take the hits and go to a decision. Saray Orozco likes coming forward, kind of got an awkward striking style. Nothing too impressive. She's coming off that loss against Laura Joanna, where she was getting beat up on the feet, touched up bad. Sabrina de Sousa, I see her kind of doing a similar thing to Orozco as Joanna did. Touch her on with the feet, maybe use a little bit of grappling. But de Sousa, I think she's going to get it done here. Up-and-coming prospect, 24 years old. I like what I see. She's got fast hands, good on the feet. The odds on this fight, we got Orozco is the plus 750 underdog, and Sabrina de Sousa is the minus 1,200 favorite. And very big favorite. And I think for fair reason, she should be able to walk through Saray Orozco. De Sousa should be able to touch her up on the feet. Even if it goes to the ground, I could see her winning and beating her up there. But de Sousa, we'll probably see her popping her, beating her up on the feet, win this fight by decision. Yeah, I would say a decision win for de Sousa. Next fight of the night, we got Biagio Ali Walsh taking on Adryan Grundy. Last time out, we saw Walsh lose to Ronnie Gibbs, where he was like, I'm pretty sure the biggest favorite in PFL history or MMA history, and he lost the fucking fight. So he got kind of fraud checked against Ronnie Gibbs, but in the earlier part of the fight, Ali Walsh was looking solid. His hands looked pretty on point. Not terrible. He was touching him up on the feet, beating up Ronnie Gibbs. And then when we saw him get finished, it looked like he gave up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. He kind of quit on himself. You know, I would say that's kind of a disgrace when you're related to Muhammad Ali. But that's why he's Ali Walsh, you know. He's not Ali, all right? But he's taking on Adryan Grundy. And he should get the win. I think he's going to get the win over Adryan Grundy. Grundy is more of a lengthy striker where he likes staying on the outside, keeping his distance, using the 1-2s, staying at range, and touching his opponents up from the outside. He's got decent leg kicks. But in this fight, I'm not going to pick him to win against Ali Walsh. I think Walsh should be able to get it done. I can't see him losing again. I don't think he's going to lose 2 fights back-to-back. I think he's going to have a little more drive, a little more hunger for this fight, and be angry. He should be angry that he lost against Ronnie Gibbs, because that was a pretty disgraceful performance, I would say. The odds on this fight, we got Ali Walsh sitting at a -600, and Adryan Grundy is the +425. Ali Walsh, I think, should be able to get it done. I think he has more pop on the feet. I think he's going to be touching up Grundy on the feet, landing some big shots. So we could potentially see a finish for Ali Walsh, I think. I think he's going to try to put on a performance in this fight against Grundy. But Grundy, he's going to be staying on the outside, trying to keep the range. Ali Walsh is going to be trying to pressure him, push him on the back foot, get him up against the cage, land some big shots. And I do see him getting the fight done. So I'm going Ali Walsh to win this fight over Adryan Grundy. Next fight of the night, we got the rematch between Juliana Velasquez and Ekaterina Shakalova. Last time when these girls fought, we saw Shakalova get the fight to the ground very fast and get the submission win over Velasquez. In this rematch, most likely going to go the same way. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Velasquez is the better striker. She's going to be trying to keep it on the feet, but we already saw her get taken down in the first round in the last fight, and I'll probably see her getting taken down again in this fight. Shakalova's coming off that loss against Bishop, and I don't even know why this fight got made, but that's besides the fact. Shakalova should be able to get it done again, and I think she's going to beat Velasquez. She'll get it to the ground. Probably another submission win. I think it's probably going to go the same way. I think this fight goes the same way as the first fight. I think Shakalova is going to get the fight to the ground fast, beat her up on the ground, use the grappling. The odds on this fight, we got Velasquez is the +155. Ekaterina Shakalova is the -180 favorite. But Shakalova should be able to get it done against the 38-year-old Juliana Velasquez, who she already beat. So I'm going Shakalova to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Mads Burnell taking on Robert Watley. And this is actually an interesting matchup because I think this could be a pretty close fight. I am leaning towards Burnell to win. But this will be an interesting fight. Mads Burnell, he likes mixing it up on the feet. He's got solid jiu-jitsu as well. He throws a lot of combinations. We saw him lose that fight against J.J. Wilson, who's the up-and-coming prospect. He got kind of beat up bad in that fight. But Robert Watley is fighting in the CFFC. We saw him in PFL 6 years ago. Robert Watley is going to probably try to be using the wrestling. I would think he's going to be bigger than Mads Burnell, so he's probably going to be a little stronger. But I don't really know if I can see him dominating in the wrestling. I don't know. Mads Burnell, I think he gets it done, but this is one of those fights where it could be pretty close. Watley could give him a good fight, give him a tough fucking fight. But Mads Burnell, I think, is going to squeeze this one out. I do think he gets the win over Robert Watley. The odds on this one, we got Mads Burnell sitting at a -150, and Robert Watley is the +130 underdog. Robert Watley, he's going to be trying to use the wrestling, but I think Mads Burnell is going to be able to hold him off. I think he's going to be landing him up, touching him up on the feet. I think he's better his boxing's better, and I don't see Robert Watley beating him up. So I'm going Mads Burnell to get it done. I think I'm gonna go decision win for Mads Burnell, but I think he should get it done. Next fight of the night, we're on to the bantamweight finals. We got Marceli Alves taking on Justin Wetzell. This is an easy fight to pick for me. I'm going Marceli Alves to beat Justin Wetzell. Originally, Justin Wetzell, he came into the tournament on short notice and got the win over Kasumov. So he's been looking decent in his last few fights. He's got that win in his last one against Mando Gutierrez. But Marceli Alves is going to be too much for Justin Wetzell. Yes, Justin Wetzell is going to have the height and reach advantage. But Marceli Alves, I think he's dangerous on the feet. And I think his takedown defense is very solid. And I can't really see Justin Wetzell getting this fight to the ground. And that's what he's going to be wanting to do. Justin Wetzell is going to be trying to get the fight to the ground. Marceli Alves is going to be stuffing the fucking takedowns. And Marceli Alves is going to be fucking cracking him up on the feet. Marceli Alves, I think, walks through Justin Wetzell, lands fucking bombs on him. And I think Justin Wetzell is going to get crumbled in this fight. I think Marceli Alves is kind of that dude, and I think he wins the tournament. And I think he's going to bust up Justin Wetzell on the feet. Wetzell, I think his head's going to be there to get hit. He's going to be getting cracked with some big overhand shots. And since he's higher up, I think when he's going down for the takedown, it's going to be easier for Alves to stuff. But I don't think he's going to be stronger in the clinch. I think Alves he's got good hips on him. He fucking flings that shit back, and he don't get taken down much. I'm going Marceli Alves to get it done. I think he beats up Justin Wetzell in this fight. The odds, we got Wetzell at the plus 196, and Alves is the minus 231 favorite. And I see him getting it done against Justin Wetzell. I think Wetzell, I don't think his grappling is going to be enough to stop Marceli Alves. He's going to be getting broken when Marceli Alves is stuffing the takedowns and he's not able to get him down, and then he's getting cracked on the feet. Going to be getting ripped with big body shots, and I see him winning this fight against Justin Wetzell. In his last one with Jake Hadley, we saw Marceli Alves get the win, where he was kind of dominating. Not kind of, he was. He dominated Jake Hadley in that last fight. Beat him up bad on the feet. Jake Hadley really couldn't do shit. He was getting cracked up. And I see Justin Wetzell getting cracked up in this fight against Marceli Alves. So I'm going Marceli Alves to, I think he gets the finish. I think we'll probably see a TKO for Marceli Alves. I think he's going to crack up Justin Wetzell on the feet, get the stoppage. Next fight of the night, we're on to the women's flyweights. The finals between Liz Carmouche and Jena Bishop. Liz Carmouche, I think, walks through Jena Bishop. Jena Bishop, obviously, she's going to be trying to use the jiu-jitsu, get the fight to the ground, trying to tap out Liz Carmouche. Liz Carmouche hasn't been tapped out since fucking her UFC days when she fought Ronda Rousey. That was the last time she got submitted. And I don't see her getting submitted again against Jena Bishop. I think Jena Bishop's striking is going to be fucking not there. I think she's going to be getting cracked up on the feet. And I think Jena Bishop's going to get hurt in this fight. I think Liz Carmouche is going to run over her like a Mack truck and dominate. I think Liz Carmouche is going to just come right at her, land some big fucking shots on the feet. And I think she's going to beat her up. So I'm going Liz Carmouche to dominate Jena Bishop. Jena Bishop, her only hope is if she gets some type of submission, which I don't think she's going to get. I think Liz Carmouche is going to be too strong, too powerful, and I think she's going to bust up Jena Bishop in this fight. The odds, we got Jena Bishop sitting at a plus 145, and Liz Carmouche is the minus 170. Honestly, I think this fucking line should be even wider. I think Liz Carmouche is going to fuck up Jena Bishop. I think Liz Carmouche, she's going to be able to get it done. I think she walks through Jena Bishop. Liz Carmouche all day. I'm going to go finish. I think Liz Carmouche can finish Jena Bishop. I don't think Jena Bishop's striking is going to be there, and I think she's not going to be strong enough to get Liz Carmouche down to the ground. So Liz Carmouche should be able to dominate Jena Bishop. Now, on to the main event. We got the finals in the lightweight division with Gadzi Rabadanov taking on Alfie Davis. Alfie Davis, we just saw him beat Brent Primus, and before that, he got that spinning elbow knockout to Clay Collard. But those two guys are not Gadzi Rabadanov. Alfie Davis, that karate stance and that karate style is not going to be enough for Rabadanov when he gets hit with a fucking huge overhand right and gets cracked up on the feet. Gadzi Rabadanov, easy pick in this fight. He's going to dominate Alfie Davis. He could murder him. He could kill him in the cage. on Friday night. And I think Gadzhi Rabadanov is going to walk through him, land big shots. So we'll probably see an early finish. Easy win for Rabadanov, I would say. Alfie Davis is going to be trying to stay at range, use the distance, but he's going to be getting cracked. I think Rabadanov is going to walk through him and just land some big overhand shots and dominate Alfie Davis. The odds on this fight, Davis is the plus 900, and Gadzhi Rabadanov is the minus 1800. So, huge favorite, but for right reason. I think Gadzhi Rabadanov is going to beat up Alfie Davis bad. Rabadanov is going to come out quick, landing some big shots on the feet. We'll probably see Alfie Davis go down in the first round. So I'm going first round KO for Gadzhi Rabadanov, and I think he absolutely destroys Alfie Davis. So those are my full card predictions for the PFL World Tournament Finals. Let me know what you guys think of my picks. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. And if you want to check out my channel, a link will be down in the description. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.